Meanwhile, a group of Decatur Street business owners suing the Sewage and Water Board. They claim the agency's construction project on the street cost them money.
9 business owners filed the suit Friday in Orleans Civil District Court. It seeks an emergency restraining order against the Sewerage and Water Board to prevent the further close of businesses and financial damage. The suit wants the court to intervene to force the agency to restore pedestrian access when work is not active, give at least 72 hours notice before new closures, and work faster.
It also requires the crews to staff up again. This is a federally funded project, and you're worried about time and you don't have it fully staffed, and it's obviously not fully staffed because, as I said, 2/3 of the street probably doesn't have a single worker out there.
Attorney Bob Ellis, who represents the business owner, says they'll also want billing to be suspended for the businesses affected by the street closure. We've reached out to the Sewerage and Water Board for comment, but have not heard back.
Right now, French Quarter businesses impacted by the construction can apply for grants to help stay open. These are the business stabilization funds Mayor Moreno and the city announced last week. The mayor says checks will go out in mid-July. Businesses can receive between $2,500 and $5,000. Businesses can apply on the Greater New Orleans Foundation website.